Nothing like playing the Spurs twice in a 24-hour period. The AT&T Center. I thought Halloween was in October. This is the haunted house for the Warriors. Last night was no exception, with San Antonio winning a heartbreaker. And for the Dubs, I mean, this is the type of game where if you can go 2-2 on the road trip, that means just about everything.
Yeah, it does. It bounce back if you're the Warriors. Obviously, you're thinking about defense. You were solid most of the game last night. Think about the fact that the Spurs love their mid-range. DeJounte Murray, DeMar DeRozan, mid-range killers.
Well, here's the heartbeat of the team, okay? Draymond Green had 10 assists. He had 10 rebounds. He had 7 points. He had to answer a lot of questions about the last 8 seconds. How does he handle playing center one more time as DeJounte Murray? Devin Vassell, the rookie, gets the start. And San Antonio with DeMar DeRozan, who had 10 assists. Keldon Johnson inside and misfiring. Keldon Johnson, in 2 games against the Warriors, he'll be happy when they leave. He's shooting 24% against the Dubs.
Yeah, his jumper doesn't really look right. He's got that super high arc, and he was short a lot. But the Warriors collapsed on that drive really nicely. And you're thinking about defensive rebounding, too. That's always going to be something to watch as long as they're as small as they are.
Keldon Johnson again. And there's that high arc, and he just can't make a shot against the Warriors. It's Curry, Oubre, Juan Toscano Anderson, Draymond, and Andrew Wiggins.
Take care of the ball. Get shots up.
Wiggins from the elbow, a little flat. Now, Jakob Poeltl got that rebound as Tony Brothers, Mitchell Irvin, and Danica Mosher will blow the whistles. Poeltl plus 15 was the best plus-minus player in the game last night.
Think about keeping him off the boards. Be really intentional about that. There's Popovich.
All right, now think about, if you want to stun and amaze your friends, that's the only team that has a winning record against the Golden State Warriors since 2011-12. And there's the turnover out of bounds. I put that graphic up there again. After
That's
this,
wild.
I don't want to see another turnover. Since 2011-12, one team in the NBA has a winning record against the Golden State Warriors.
It's crazy.
And it is the Spurs at 20-12.
They got a winning record against a lot of teams, though. It's sustained excellence.
DeJounte Murray, after that monster game, he opens the scoring with the wing jumper.
Mid-range. He's got ISO game, too, and he can handle.
Well, you hit on it at the top of the telecast. 8 steals. Wiggins went to send it home, and Poeltl fouling him at the iron.
Tried to put him in the basket. You like that mentality.
Let's go with 2 hands. Make sure you get the contact.
Attack.
Now think about this. I mean, just let this marinate. For all the years where the Warriors were terrible and they struggled, they missed the playoffs. I mean, it's 2021, right? One team has a winning record against the Dubs in that whole time period?
That's crazy.
One team? Not the Lakers or Clippers or Celtics or any of these, only the Spurs. Wiggins dropping in the first free throw.
I said last game, too, I feel like this team is rejuvenated, Pop, just a little bit with their youth.
It's the youngest team he's ever had.
Yeah, Keldon Johnson there. DeJounte Murray is growing before our eyes. We got some youth on there to be excited about. Obviously, DeMar DeRozan is Mr. Steady Eddie, Mr. Mid-range monster.
Now, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but Wiggins made both free throws.
That is big.
So last 11 games, he's been struggling from the line and hits his first 2 here. I tell you, Keldon Johnson cannot make a shot against the Warriors.
And Kelly Oubre Jr. did a great job of seeing man and ball on the weak side.
Steph Curry down the lane. Took a little contact, and Steph will get to the line.
You see how he didn't shy away from it, though? He didn't jump away from the contact, jump straight into that defender, whoever's contesting that layup. And that's how you negate the shot block's ability. The defender bounced off of him. And that's what you want. If you're shying away from that contact, you're giving that defender that's trying to contest that layup the best chance to block your shot. Steph understands that. Steph missed a free throw?
93% on the season. He's human.
Okay. Right.
You see him bounce up and down after that? Like, he doesn't think he should ever miss.
Right.
So 1 out of 2 at the line. How long does it take a player to get over a loss like last night?
It's tough, especially losses like that where you really feel like you should have won. It depends on the player a lot of times, but with the Warriors, I feel like they're pretty competitive and they're smart. They know it's a long season, so it shouldn't take them too long, especially when you got good veterans on the team.
DeMar DeRozan with the step back. We've talked about it. The mid-range game is San Antonio's game. They are phenomenal practitioner of shots inside the arc. Very different than the rest of the NBA. Wiggins cycling it. Juan Toscano Anderson attacking. Oh, a little spin move. It just couldn't quite get it to go. DeJounte Murray's got a little De'Aaron Fox in him in terms of the length and quickness. Keldon Johnson had that stripped away. It's still Spurs ball with 12 to shoot.
Doing a good job of guarding the drive so far. That's not easy to do, to strip that one without fouling. Juan Toscano, really solid defender, high IQ guy, and he's got some precision there with the strip.
DeRozan checking the shot clock at 5. DeJounte Murray with a tough fade from the baseline, and he hit a baseline 3 that was the biggest shot of the game last night.
The rhythm to his game is just palpable.
Oubre missing that 3. We like when Oubre starts inside and then moves outside, but had a good look there. The trail 3 by DeRozan rimming out. For San Antonio, they won 3 in a row. This is their last home game before they go on the 7-game rodeo trip. Barely in Curry's hands, and already the 3 is down.
It's such a quick release. He's just working off of the screens. You think you're up there, you think you're on time, split second. It's all he needs, not even that.
DeRozan right in his office at the mid-range. Now, San Antonio shot 41%. The Warriors played great defense last night. What scares you is that the Spurs are going to have a much better shooting night tonight. Oubre went around the Draymond screen, and I think Draymond's going to pick up the infraction there.
Draymond tried to wall off his defender and keep him from being able to help. This is Steph, and DeJounte Murray, just a cardinal sin. He left his body. He tried to go under all of the action. That's Draymond. You see him wipe out DeMar DeRozan, trying to wall him off, keep him from staying with Kelly Oubre Jr.
DeRozan off iron, and Oubre with the rebound. And without Wiseman and without Looney, every rebound becomes critical. And that has been the story since the centers have been injured. Hopefully Wiseman's getting closer to return. Draymond the decision maker. Oubre didn't want the 3, attacks inside, and that's a better decision.
It starts with a double team on Steph. Hit Draymond on time. Draymond the decision maker, and then Kelly Oubre, don't settle for the 3 ball. Even if they're not closing all the way out to you, you can take up the space, get in closer, float game.
Keldon Johnson attacking, but there's Pirtle with the easy one.
Yeah, Draymond had to help. You got to help the helper. Again, Pirtle. Box out. Guards get up in there.
A little up and down tempo to this one, which is just fine by the Warriors. Curry missing the 3. Draymond tipping. But here comes Keldon Johnson out of the pack. And DeJounte Murray just slicing to lay it up and in.
That's quickness. And it's a tough closeout for Steph in transition. But DeJounte Murray off to an incredible start. And he has set the tone for this Spurs team. They are not satisfied with 1 win. This is great ball. This is the ball movement you need if you're the Warriors. You got to keep this going throughout the game.
When we talk about San Antonio in the mid-range, and Coletta, what makes them such a good mid-range team?
Well, they play their strengths, and they got guys that have a lot of speed and athleticism. And when you have that, you know you're going to get your defender backing up, and that mid-range jumper is going to be there. And I do like that they play their strength. They're not one of these teams that just feels like they got to shoot threes because it's the trend. They're going to do what they do, and they do it well.
Well, all part of our Taco Bell take. DeJounte Murray and DeMar DeRozan are amazing at it. The Spurs' second most mid-range field goals. You know who's first? Orlando. We've seen them on Thursday. And then LaMarcus Aldridge is not playing tonight. He is one of the big-time practitioners. And Juan Toscano Anderson drawing the foul and the cutting without the ball.
It was a Steph back screen. So we've talked about this. Steph's defender is saying, don't talk to me about helping. you're not going to get any help from me. I have Steph. I'm locked in on him. If he sets a screen, I can't help. And the Warriors know that, and they're using that to their advantage. And Steph is willing to set those screens, and that's how Juan Toscano got so open. So if you're the Spurs, you need help from somewhere else, but you're going to be late. If you're coming from the weak side, you're on the wrong side.
Well, Dub Nation, it is your power, or within your power, to select this year's All-Stars. Sponsored by Verizon as they dub the vote, all at Warriors.com. And you would think that two of those gentlemen there would get some All-Star consideration. Andrew Wiggins, averaging nearly 18 a game and elite defensively, also should be talked about. Juan Toscano-Anderson misses both free throws. Warriors are getting to the line a lot, which is a good sign. Not a lot of free throws last night, as they took only 15 in the game. Got to expect San Antonio will be better offensively. The question is, can the Warriors match that? Murray has yet to miss a shot. Steph made him give up the ball. Beautiful steal. I mentioned Wiggins defensively, but then he thought it was touched. Instead, it went off of Wiggins' foot.
It's unfortunate because that was a great defensive possession. Everybody stayed home, and we're going to see exactly. Oh, that was off the Spurs, Keldon Johnson.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And Wiggins knew that right away. It's just the officials didn't see it.
And you don't want to use your challenge this early in the game.
No, Patty Mills. He can be the barometer for San Antonio. Hit those two killer threes in the fourth. Keldon Johnson down the lane and finally finishes one.
And that's what we're saying about seeing man and ball on the weak side. If you let your man start cutting before you see him, chances are you're going to be late. You're going to have a bad angle to cut him off.
Well, unfortunately, we said San Antonio would shoot better than last night, and they're at 50% right now as Curry is held.
They're so good at that split action. What they do is they throw the ball in the post, and then Steph Curry is going to go split action, and Patty Mills knew that he was thinking about the split action, so he got on the top side, really on Steph's side, and Steph decided to go back door. Ended up he was on the wrong side.
When you say split action, does that mean that the passer has two options to go to?
Yes, and basically if you're in the post and you're Draymond, you can decide what's the best option, and that time it was the right option with Steph.
Oh, Curry missed a layup. And so the Warriors, they're missing free throws. They're leaving points on the rim. And you just get a feel that they're going to need everything to win a game in San Antonio. Devin Vassell hitting a three.
Pirtle on the weak side.
Yeah, we had the whistle there.
Yeah, it was Pirtle on the weak side. They called him screen and Draymond, so trying to close
take that
out.
basket away.
Yeah.
If the shot went before the foul, you would have counted the basket, but that was not the case. Draymond down the lane. Pirtle met him at the top, and then Juan Toscano blocked. And look at Vassell head the other way. Keldon Johnson, and it's fouled by Bazemore.
Ken Bazemore trying to get him back. He's like, they beat my guy's stuff up twice. Let me see if I can return the favor on this side. Pirtle on one side, on the other side, and then I think it was Keldon Johnson that got the other one. Draymond tried Pirtle, and then it was Devin Vassell that got the second one. And the bounce pass from DeMar DeRozan. Ken Bazemore is just chasing from behind.
Keldon Johnson, his second year of the 1 year at Kentucky. He was the 29th pick by the Spurs. And we just said his Warrior games, I mean, you're talking 4 of 13 last night. Couldn't throw it in the ocean at Chase Center. But you see the athleticism and what he can do when he attacks the rim.
And they're still high on him because of his IQ. He does have a good mid-range jumper. Steph.
Curry off back iron. Bazemore tracking it down. He and Mulder in the game. Juan Toscano-Anderson kind of denied, but stayed with the play. Still 5 to shoot. And now Juan's got to launch a three. And so that's just how you draw it up. Nowhere to go inside. Back out, hit a triple.
Yeah, he tried to put Patty Mills in the basket. That didn't work out because the help came from over the top. And just stay with it. And he's worked on that jumper.
I mean, you're starting to look at Juan Toscano-Anderson's three-point shooting. The numbers are pretty amazing, and the defense is better. He saw the ball, push ahead to Bazemore, and that one knocked out of bounds. Still Warrior ball.
They're fortunate to retain that possession. That's one of the ones you got to look at and go, okay, that's a tough pass. Let's hold on to this one and live to see another day. And you end up not coming away with a turnover, which is nice.
So Lonnie Walker getting an opportunity. Rudy Gay also. Rudy Gay is the highest plus-minus player on the Spurs. And Steph just close quarter pass to Draymond.
Yeah, talking about interior passing. That was nice. There wasn't a lot of space to drive in there, but Steph was able to get around his guy with his quickness and then just draw Draymond's defender and just literally hand it right off to Draymond.
Greg Popovich takes time. Juan Toscano-Anderson blocked a couple times inside, but he's worked on his three. Our BMW Ultimate Performers. I'm going to put an S on that because Draymond Green and Steph Curry, well, that is one heck of a duo. When you think of the most points of any duo in the NBA, and Draymond missed the first 4 games of the season.
Everybody talks about Steph moving without the ball, but you got to have someone to find him. And Draymond Green and Steph Curry have an amazing rapport. They have this mental telepathy where they can communicate without even speaking.
All you had to do was watch the bucket for his 62nd point against Portland.
Draymond sprinting up the floor, turns around, knows exactly where Steph is.
I mean, that's just playing a lot together, knowing each other's game, and both being phenomenal at what they do.
The Warriors in his zone here.
Shot clock down to 4. And Patty Mills had Mulder fly by him, and when Mills hits a 3 early, you get nervous because he's 40% on the season, and he can be instant offense for the Spurs.
And he's super smart, too. The shot fake, poise, under control.
Draymond's been looking for cutters this whole first quarter. And Juan Toscano-Anderson, keep cutting, and he's going to reward you.
Yeah, that's your split action again. They just keep getting on the wrong side. They keep top blocking people. They don't stay in between their man and the basket.
Yeah, Juan's coming off back-to-back personal highs and rebounding. Keldon Johnson, Kentucky on Kentucky as he went at Mulder there. The trailer, Draymond down the lane. An open Bazemore. And last night, when you had Bazemore, Mulder, and Wanamaker, they went 2 of 11 on threes. I don't think that was going to be a pass. I don't know what happened with that shot.
Patty Mills was trying to go T-Mac off the glass to himself.
What was that?
He just didn't have the same bounce as T-Mac.
It's going to be a
get it.
Jump ball here, but that was crazy.
I think he was surprised that no one was on him in transition. He just threw it up there, but DeMar DeRozan, quickest to the ball, got a quick jump ball here. Now you want to box out.
Now this is interesting. Draymond has a 7'3" wingspan.
Yeah.
As Damian Lee is checked in.
Well, Damian Lee is the jump ball stealer. Remember, he's gonna jump in front of someone and get it. So box out everybody else and see if you can steal one.
And Draymond right to Bazemore. It starts the break to Curry. And a step back 3. I was going to say the degree of difficulty for Steph, but he knows all that defensive attention is on him. Take any shot that you can. And I mean, right now, Bazemore is just beside himself because he continues to foul DeRozan.
You got to communicate the switches. And DeMar DeRozan, as soon as he sees there's a moment of indecision, he's going to take advantage and attack. And you saw there, it was just a split second, right? You don't communicate before the screen happens, before the exchange happens. It's talking it out. Screen's coming, switch, switch. And then the screener's defender knows what to do.
I like how DeRozan at age 31, his game has matured now because career best in assists. He can always get to the line. His mid-range is good. And he's also bringing these youngsters along in San Antonio.
Yeah. I think he's enjoying this leadership role he has with this team.
Spurs lead at 6 inside 3 minutes here. Draymond on the block. Another cutter, and got a lot of fouls here. And so the Warriors, this is a good sign in terms of getting to the line, but 3 of 6 free throwing is not.
So they know
making the most of it.
They know that they're switching, and the Spurs aren't coming together on their switches, and they're leaving a gap in between. So what happens a lot of times when teams are switching and you know that, you can slip. It's almost like a ball screen when you know a switch is coming. The screener won't even screen. He just kind of slips. The same kind of thing there. And Bazemore realized that and just get inside of that next defender that's going to switch onto, and you got a lane to the basket.
Got a good look at Becky Hammon, who became the first female to ever coach in an NBA game after Greg Popovich was ejected.
That's awesome. She knows the game, well respected.
And she has run their summer league team as well.
Oh,
and
yeah, she's got championships.
You're starting to see more women coaches, even assistants and other things around the NBA. We obviously have a female official tonight. Had one last night as well. It's great for the game.
Of course. Love it.
Curry attacking and floating it home.
Yeah, he knew he had the angle. His defender went under that screen. And instead of stopping short, he knew his defender couldn't get back in front of him to cut off the drive.
Yeah, Steph had started 1 of 5. DeRozan denied, but got it. Kick it out to Trey Lyles, and he lasers in a 3.
Trey Lyles
Didn't play last night.
Another Kentucky guy.
Well, that's all we need.
We're everywhere.
And if I asked you how many years he played at Kentucky?
1, much to your chagrin.
That was it? Oh, how did Steph make that?
He changed his mind.
How did he make that?
He changed his mind in midair. He was going to pass that out. He is not human. Look at him. He's surprised himself. You know you're doing something if you're Steph and you're surprised. Look, I'm going to pass it out. Wait a minute. Let me just flip this up. What was that?
He draws the foul here, so he heard the whistle.
Oh.
180'd and then flipped it in.
Who does that? He's not from here. He's different.
That should count for more than 2 points.
Oh, my. I think Steph, I wouldn't be surprised if someone told me he's not human, he's an angel.
Now, Steph has missed 2 free throws, which is a very weird beginning. But for the Warriors, to be sub 40% shooting and still in the game is a really good sign here in the early going. That's not the kind of foul that you want to get.
You got to work out these switches. DeMar DeRozan is going to keep killing you. He's going to keep smiling about it. If you are a little indecisive here, you're going to have Steve Kerr squinting and trying to figure out what's happening.
I think both coaches are like, we're not doing things well.
Yeah.
And then you look and it's a 3-point game. It's like, all right. Rudy Gay. And you got to come back for that rebound. That should not happen. And the game does not pay off the Spurs because Lonnie Walker missed the corner 3. And Curry, it's just a layup virtuoso first quarter.
He's like a walking video game. The handle, the creativity, he just lets his mind go.
Apparently he doesn't have a good perimeter game, so he's just going inside a lot. Catch and shoot Trey Lyles again, missing the 3. Warriors could take the lead here.
Easy.
Draymond to an open Damian Lee, and his 3 is perfect.
Yeah, that's Draymond at his best. 2 stay with Steph. Steph is unselfish, gets rid of it. Make the right pass when the hell comes.
Yeah, Warrior bench had a rough night last night. They could use a different result. And that's a good sign for Damian Lee. DeRozan. And the cutting Patty Mills, and we'll have a foul there. And Damian Lee is disagreeing.
Well, we're seeing how lethal cutting can be.
Yeah.
From both sides.
Moving without the ball.
Yeah. And this is Steph behind the back, ball fake. And DeMar DeRozan didn't even fall for it, but he didn't have to.
That's just normal brilliance, not compared to the other 180 brilliance.
That's just okay for Steph. He's side step after the ball fake. There's nothing he can't do out there.
The 3-time Australian Olympian, the 2 years at St. Mary's, and this is the number. When you think about the draft and everybody wants to get, Patty Mills was the 55th pick in the draft. Manu Ginobili,
one of the purest,
was the last pick in the second round. Like Draymond Green was the 35th pick in the draft.
One of the purest jumpers in the league. No wasted motion. Textbook form.
Steph down the lane.
He keeps going. He keeps going to the rim. He's trying to set the tone for his team. Everybody do what I'm doing. Let's all go to the rim.
And it's going to be a clock adjustment there.
But there's no rim protection really in the game right now for the Spurs. So why not, Steph is saying?
I mean, Steph's got 12, and it's only 1 of 4 on threes. I mean, these are all layups, attacking, and if you're going to overplay him outside, you see the handle, and you've pointed out the strength this year.
He's an all-around scorer, and he's as confident as he's ever been.
Now, he'll be 33 in March. Is that old man strength yet?
Yeah.
Does he have old man strength?
Might be. It's in his prime.
Wright Kalena at NBC Sports Bay Area. What age do you start to get old man strength?
That's an interesting question.
That's a question.
Mid 30s for sure.
Anybody ever dealing with your dad, don't fool around. They've got old man strength.
Yeah. Look at the Warriors switching off the ball right now.
10-second game shot clock difference. Deflected away by Bazemore. And Patty Mills kind of walled him off smartly. But these deflections, this energy defensively on the back end of a back-to-back, that's a good sign.
You know Bazemore is going to come into a game like that.
Catch and shoot DeRozan. And so now the Warriors can play for one. Shot clock off.
Got time.
Trey Lyles going to take a turn on Steph. That could end up badly. He goes right around him, flips it up and off the iron. And that will end the quarter.
Lyles was so close to him. I knew he was going to end up looking ridiculous up there. Just couldn't finish the floater.
I tell you what, that guy is worth the price of admission, and even without fans, you watch him on TV. What will Steph Curry do next? And the Warriors up a deuce after the first 12 minutes. You can sign up tonight for the Dub Club. Your chance to receive early access to Warrior tickets. Presented by Kaiser Permanente when they become available at 888-GSW-HOOP with representatives ready to help you. And that is everyone's fondest wish, that you'll be able to get fans in the building. Let's get people vaccinated.
Please.
Keep masking up. Everybody taking care of each other. And let's get back to normalcy as soon as we can in 2021.
These empty arenas are so weird.
Andrew Wiggins attacking and then banking it home and right at Drew Eubanks. So Wiggins with Damian Lee, Pascal, Brad Wanamaker, and Oubre for the Dubs. Rudy Gay with that big step, and he will draw the foul on the drive. Rudy Gay, Patty Mills with DeJounte Murray, Trey Lyles, and Drew Eubanks. What do you think of the Spurs kind of throwback Technicolor jerseys?
I'm feeling those. Those are pretty slick. But yeah, there, if you're Eric Pascal, I love that you're trying to help, but make him finish over Wiggins. That was going to be a tough finish going to his right. He wasn't going straight to the rim. And you don't want to pile up these fouls.
15th year for Rudy Gay. I mentioned the best plus minus on the Spurs. Perfect vet role player who's become a great three-point shooter late in his career. And he's just, to me, always longer than you think. Always a little bit bigger. They list him at 6'8", but he plays bigger than that sometimes.
I just like guys like him that accept their roles at this later stage in their career. It's not always a given with players like him.
Spurs have been perfect at the line. Shot clock at 7. Wanamaker on the kick out. Better pass to Damian Lee. His three. Perfect. For Brad Wanamaker, you want him to get a layup early, okay? And that time he drove and then created the hockey assist. He struggled shooting those open threes last night, so you didn't want him to launch one there late in the shot clock.
It's a perfect decision he made. Good threatening drive. Get that ball movement going.
Patty Mills. And you had a steal, but then there's going to be a late whistle and a foul, and the Warriors unappreciative. Mitchell Irvin, I believe, had that, and Pascal is beside himself.
Yes, Eric Pascal is zoning it up, backing up.
That's not a foul at all.
What?
That's unfortunate.
Trying to figure out what he's looking at.
I mean, there's no foul. I can see why Pascal would be exercised. And this one is knocked away. No reset of the shot clock. Down to 3 now. Rudy Gay will launch from deep. And then Damian Lee and Oubre going for the rebound. That's a good sign. And then Oubre coast to coast, a little flat. Missed it a bit short.
Yeah, I was going to say, watch the offensive rebounds for the Spurs. 4 offensive rebounds for 7 second chance points already.
And there's Eubanks just with the size off the Rudy Gay miss.
There you go. Some of them are long rebounds.
And Lyles, it's going to be a blocking foul.
Yeah, after offensive rebounds, it's so tough to play defense because your man will shift around the three-point line, and you're going to have an awkward closeout. They're going to have driving lanes. They're going to have open looks around the three-point line. And he stepped around. Lyles did try to step around Eric Pascal. But, again, it's so tough. We were talking about it. With players in the league nowadays, guys are so good at, like, sidestepping and Euro-stepping around guys just trying to set up to take a charge.
Yeah, in the NBA, 90% of the time, it's a block. And to me, if you love the league, which I do, Bill Russell wasn't trying to draw charges. You know, he was trying to play basketball and block shots and play defense. The bowling pin fall down defense has come from college. And the sooner it gets out of the NBA, the better it is for all of us.
I used to hate guys trying to slide in there to take charges on me. That's how
also how people get hurt.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. You know, you think of Dr. J's dunks and Jordan's dunks and LeBron's dunks. You want people falling underneath them and injuring them? Forget it. That one knocked away from Wiggins. Oubre staying with it. And Kelly Oubre couldn't quite connect there. And out of bounds, it's to San Antonio.
They're getting great drives, threatening drives going to the rim. And Andrew Wiggins rejected that screen like he does so well. His defender didn't force him to the screen. He took advantage of it. He wasn't able to convert. Then Kelly Oubre point blank wasn't able to convert as Steph comes back in from the locker room.
Devin Vassell, the 11th pick in the draft. Pretty good looking rookie. Made his first 4 shots last night. DeJounte Murray and Rudy Gay. You just see all the mid-range driving, all the penetration, and then they can all hit that 15, 16-footer.
So tough.
Get a Pascal post up here. The pump fake, the kick out. Damian Lee has hit 3 threes now.
Yeah. Damian Lee is just in the right place at the right time. Teammates are creating for him. It's a good drive from Eric Pascal. He's been knocking him down. Damian Lee is ready.
DeJounte Murray. And then Wanamaker played good D there. Vassell misfiring. I think if you're the Warriors, though, you're all right. You're not playing your very best, but you have the lead. Kind of putting last night behind you.
I'll go back to Eric Pascal. There's a small defender on him.
And missed Pascal initially. Damian Lee with the floater. What a finish.
Quick shot at him.
So D. Lee with 11 off the bench.
That's how you do it. He's knocking down the 3-ball. Now he's going inside. He saw Pirtle rotating over to him. Quick shot at before he can even get there. The ball movement is on point. Long closeout for Patty Mills. He knew he could get by him. Now it's like, what do I do about this Pirtle guy? The teardrop.
Team has been more internationally minded than San Antonio over the years, and in Tokyo this summer, Greg Popovich is the Team USA head coach. Steve Kerr, Nate McMillan, and Jay Wright will be the assistants. Mike Brown is going to be the Nigerian national coach. Our own Chris DeMarco is the Bahamas national coach, and hopefully Steph Curry will get to play in his first Olympics.
No, he wants to. How about that coaching staff with Greg Popovich at the helm?
And you'll recognize the guy calling the games in Tokyo as well.
Oh, there you go. My guy.
Men's and women's basketball. Some small Catholic school graduate from Indiana.
Yeah, Notre Dame.
Hey, this is a good day for the Irish basketball.
I know.
Beat
Stop.
Duke.
Stop.
Krzyzewski goes down. Devin Vassell fading off iron. And
yeah, you guys got Kentucky and Duke this year.
that was terrible as ND is in hoops. 2020's ended. 2021's a new beginning for everyone.
It was just such a weird year.
They're not posting at Pascal initially. Now Wiggins on the kick out. And you can just see Wanamaker's kind of aiming the ball right now. And Damian Lee just off iron and then out of bounds. Wiggins couldn't quite grab it.
Saw the air ball goes to the offense. Oubre got the first air ball, and Andrew Wiggins almost got the second one. What is that?
That's the box out.
The funky chicken?
That's the chicken wing box out right there. For Greg Popovich, I wanted to finish the idea of him coaching the Olympic team. This is an Air Force graduate. He'd been an assistant to Larry Brown in the Athens Olympics. Krzyzewski had always been the Olympic coach. It's quite an honor for Pop, and I know it would be a really big deal if he's able to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Damian Lee stepped in to knock it away. Keldon Johnson shot clock at 3. Driving on Wanamaker, spun around him, beat the buzzer to lay it up and in. Woo. That was a nice move.
Wanamaker was there, and then he wasn't. That spin move was crazy.
Wiggins, little mini bumper car move, and then the floater.
Yeah, take your time. Why not? You know where that defender is. Keep him on your side, on your back, and then just use that and go up into your floater with some rhythm.
Nobody's having a huge game for the Dubs, but they're distributing the scoring right now.
Yeah, they're moving the ball on offense really well.
Yep. Damian Lee switches onto DeJounte Murray. That one big step, but he forgot to make the bucket. Wiggins has Pirtle. It goes right around him and couldn't lay it in.
And Trey Lyles made that a tough layup.
Keldon Johnson, if you miss him, you got to know he's going to the rim. Damian Lee went straight up, but that's a beautiful finish that time. I tell you what, Vassell, for a rookie, he looked like he's played.
He knows what he's doing out there. He knows when to drive it. Opportune times. That was one of them.
He made the threes last night, plays pretty good D. Pascal quickness. And the Warriors are leaving layups on the iron. They still have the lead, but it could be larger. And there's Vassell shooting the three. And a rebound to Pascal. This bench unit, Damian Lee's 11. The bench struggled last night. And Wiggins missing the three. Steph is making his way to the scorer's table right now. DeJounte Murray off iron, and not quite the night he had last night, where Murray had the 27 and seemed like he never missed.
Their spacing was bad there, so Wanamaker was able to get over from the strong side corner.
Pascal with the mid-range, and a little snake bite, drew the foul on Pirtle, so Eric Pascal to the line.
Yeah, he likes that matchup with Pirtle, but it's still a little tricky because Pirtle does have a little lateral quickness, maybe more than you would think. This is a spin move. Keldon Johnson, that's why they're high on him right there. We talked about his jumper being a little broke against the Warriors, but he can still drive it, and that's a good drive from Devin Vassell. His defender, Kelly Oubre Jr., gambled just a little bit, opened up that lane to drive.
Free throws short. You can take the Warriors on the go this season. Stream the games at NBCSportsBayArea.com and the My Teams app, brought to you by your NorCal Honda dealers. Steph Curry has checked back in, but for the Dubs, 5 of 10 free throwing and 41% shooting. So you're thinking of the free throws they missed, and I've got 5 missed layups in the first half.
Yeah, with close games like you think this may be again, you're going to be thinking about that.
And Pascal misses them both. Gets a little demoralizing. You're getting to the line, but not cashing in.
They might have to go old school, like run sprints for every missed free throw or something. No, they can't do that in the NBA.
Trey Lyles and the long rebound of Vassell.
That's high school. In this zone.
And Lyles, you see all that intermediate passing and the offensive rebound and foul.
They're getting aggressive on the board.
Keldon Johnson drew both.
Against that zone, they're going to try to attack the middle, and they got the ball in the middle. And you need to be able to collapse, put bodies on people in the zone. Is not always easy to find who you're supposed to put a body on. But Keldon Johnson, just an opportunist on the boards there.
Well, do you want the good news or the bad news right now?
Give me the good news. The
good news is the Warriors have only 3 turnovers in the first half, and San Antonio has 4. So they've totally turned that around from last night.
Yep.
And Rudy Gay, the deep jumper. And so the Warriors still have the lead, but you're thinking about those missed layups and those missed free throws and whether they come back to haunt you. That's the bad news. Damian Lee cut through once. Shot clock at 3. Draymond's got nowhere to go and nowhere to dribble. Give it to Juan Toscano Anderson, and he shot it over everything on that reverse layup.
They were trying to look for the split action. Obviously, when they throw the ball in the post, that's what they're looking for. The Spurs actually did a great job moving their feet off the ball, staying with the cutters, people trying to move, trying to find a lane for Draymond to pass it to.
I think also, too, you got to credit the defense both ways, and that the Warriors held San Antonio to 41% last night, and they're doing just the same tonight, sub 40. Trey Lyles, multiple spins, and then finally a finish.
That is footwork. Not easy to do that without traveling.
And so Steve Kerr is going to use a timeout here. You're in the game. It has been inartistic, to say the least. But can you come home some way, somehow, with a win? Spurs with a 1-point lead, 4:22 remaining in the first half. Good look at downtown San Antonio. And this will be the last time the Warriors play the Spurs, third and final time finishing off this baseball series. And you think of the Kia give it everything in that Greg Popovich, I think, the reason he is still rolling is, one, he's amazing and rebuilding this team right in front of our eyes. But two,
chasing Don Nelson.
I think Pop is going to finish with the most wins ever. And I think that would be incredibly fitting with the 5 championships. And then when you see 23 playoff seasons and just the level of excellence in an organization to be emulated.
He's a legend. And is there a coach in the league that has more great relationships with players around the league?
How about that, where they do a Steve Kerr special coming out of the timeout and get Oubre the dunk.
And guess who set that screen? Mr. Stephen Curry.
DeMar DeRozan attacking. Keldon Johnson didn't want that 3. Draymond knows who's out there. That is a know your personnel move, but Rudy Gay's a little different. And Trey Lyles will draw a foul, and so
let's watch these offensive boards, man.
Well, this is the 4th straight game now, really 4.5. I'm counting the second half against Boston. No Looney, no Wiseman. You talk about playing small. Let me tell you, after 4.5 games, it gets tiring for mid-sized guys with all this offensive board crashing for every opponent.
Yeah, it's tough. And you're looking at the Spurs. It's not like only the bigs are getting the offensive. It's Trey Lyles getting offensive rebounds.
Because Popovich is saying there's, other than Draymond
you can
and
go.
Juan Toscano.
Look at Kerr. He's pulling his hair out.
Yeah,
that's turnovers and those offensive rebounds.
Come on, James Wiseman.
Right.
Get that wrist right. Looney, get that ankle right.
Need him.
And so Lyles, a couple free throws. You know, it's one thing to have injuries and all teams are banged up, but to structurally lose all your tall people. With Marquise Chris obviously out for the year. We love Marquise as well. I mean, the Warriors were so deep at the center spot to begin the year, but all 3 of them are out. Juan Toscano Anderson, how pretty was that?
And there's a little hesitation on the baseline. Just froze his defender for a split second.
Juan Toscano Anderson continues to play really well. DeMar DeRozan. Lyles has given him good minutes off the bench. Didn't play last night. And Draymond just bothered him enough.
Tell Lyles is trying to be aggressive.
Oh, Steph avoiding the turnover initially. Somehow got it to Juan. Shot clock's at 9. Wiggins 3. And just rimmed that out. Just get shot attempts, though, rather than turnovers.
Exactly. So you can end this half strong.
And DeRozan forced into the turnover there. And then Wiggins fouled.
Yeah, no one's been able to get separation.
Now,
They can.
that last play, when people say, how are the Warriors 3rd in the league in opponents' field goal percentage? Draymond Green, but Wiggins and Oubre. Wings are having a problem with Wiggins and Oubre. They play really good defense.
Yeah, it's that length they have, the ability to recover if they're beaten, and it's effort. It's the 1-2. And those guys want to be great defenders.
And Juan Toscano's a good defender as well. Wanamaker's a good defender. Wiggins off iron there. So you're right. The final 2:20. Who makes the push to have any kind of advantage at halftime? Lyles. Draymond letting him go nowhere. Well, Rudy Gay. ISO'd on Wiggins. Rudy Gay's got to give it up. And then Patty Mills with the bailout.
That's tough with him on the weak side because you want to be able to help, but you may want to stay a little closer to him. Can't cheat off of him as much. Such a quick release.
Yeah, Steph was just a hair late. And Curry will take a bump and not get to the line. And so the foul to stop the fast break.
Yeah, Steph tried to step into that defender, and they just let that one go. I think I'm okay with it, though, because, no, I'm not okay with it. He was falling into him there, Trey Lyles was.
I think what you're saying is the Rudy Gay one was not a foul. Steph went around, but the Lyles coming over. And so you saw Steve Kerr, doesn't take much to figure out. Yeah. Wait, Steph's not shooting free throws, but DeMar DeRozan is. So Mr. Kerr was not pleased with the exchange there.
Yeah, that angle we saw was perfect, where Lyles was just falling into him. But forget about it. Move on. Steph is shaking his head. But he's going to go again. He's going to attack again. Believe that.
And you think about the Spurs right now, they're 14 of 14 from the line, while the Warriors are 5 of 11. So in a tight game like this, you're not going to get those missed free throws back or those missed layups back. You just have to say, hey, you're down 4. There's a minute and a half left in the half. You're still in it. And Curry, you called it 2 minutes ago. He's going right back to the rim again.
Rudy Gay got crossed into oblivion. Oh, my goodness.
Well, Steph's got 14. There is no Spur in double figures. San Antonio has spread the wealth. And that's a travel. Lonnie Walker got a running start.
Yeah. If they turn it over, you thanking them for sure, because that's not something that happens very often. Watch Rudy Gay try to stay. I need more. Give me more, people. I want to see more of that.
6 Spurs turnovers, only 4 for the Warriors. And Curry now will draw a foul on Trey Lyles.
Yeah, he's not taking no for an answer. You're not going to call a foul one time. He's like, oh, I'm coming right back the next possession. I will not be phased. I like that mentality. Look, he's nodding his head. This is what I do. And this is, the friendship there is real. It's just,
well, this is
bros talking.
This is the mentor-mentee relationship, you know, in terms of Steve Kerr talks about Phil and Pop. And really, when Greg Popovich got the Team USA job, Steve was really honored that he would want him to be an assistant. I think that's a really cool kind of backstory there.
I think they were roasting the officials there.
Well, I think they said Mitchell Irvin again for the second night in a row.
Pop was going in on him.
See, with the mask, Pop can normally be pretty ferocious with the officials. This year, they've been much more gentle.
Pop is hilarious.
DeRozan had to kick it out, deflected. That'll be Spurs ball. But again, Oubre and Wiggins don't get beaten like that.
They don't.
They recover.
They're solid.
So 7 to shoot here. DeRozan down to 3, and he will launch the jumper. And Oubre just snatches down that rebound. Warriors can go very quick 2 for 1 if they recognize. Oubre does, attacks, pump fakes, and then gets to the line.
Okay. Yeah, you're at the free throw line. Now you just got to make them.
Trey Lyles is like, I'm finally getting playing time, and I'm doing nothing but fouling people.
Yeah, he's been going to work on the offensive side, though. Both teams are looking at themselves going, hey, we can be better. And who's going to be able to come out and clean up some of the mistakes? Think about the missed free throws for the Warriors, the layups, giving up offensive rebounds.
Tonight's item of the game is free shipping site-wide. The offer valid on all orders. It ends tomorrow night. So shop.warriors.com. Use the code WarriorsFS as in free shipping at checkout. I'm giving you credit. You said, don't think about the missed free throws as Oubre made 2. That was good. That was good. Warriors are 9 of 15 from the line, but a 2-point lead here. About a 9-second game shot clock difference. Patty Mills has to retrieve in the backcourt. Patty Mills with the quickness. DeRozan sucks up the space. Little pump fake, and then Wiggins. That's just better offense beating good defense.
Yeah, he was disciplined. He stayed down. So smart DeRozan is.
Shot clock off. Final 5 seconds. Curry. Oh, he finds Juan Toscano, and he will miss both layups. If you missed the first half, that highlight typified too much of it. We're even at 50, but the Warriors
Layups.
6 missed layups in the first half. You hope that does not come back and haunt them. But halfway through, we've decided nothing in San Antonio. Bonte, Mully, and D. Wright. Jack in the Box at the half is coming at you. The half, and so 2 straight games now where they've held San Antonio sub 40% shooting, yet the free throws, the missed layups, it probably should be tied. This second half, though, I get the first 5-6 minutes of the third. That's going to tell the tale.
I'm with you there. Warriors have been in a lot of close games. And you think about these close games, it's just a possession or two that decides the game. And it's funny for the Warriors, you get the turnovers down this game, but then you start missing the layups, you start missing the free throws. I'm also thinking about the offensive rebounds that San Antonio has, 6 offensive rebounds for 11 points. points. So every single possession, every point is so important here. You want to capitalize when you get to the rim. You like the mentality, though, going to the rim.
If you look at it, though, you got to get some unsuspecting scoring, and the 4 plays of the day, give it up for Damian Lee, because his 11 is the lifeline and a big reason why the Warriors are tied.
He was ready when he came in, and his teammates are creating for him, and he's spotting up at the right places, ready to shoot. And Steph getting to the rim. Everybody follows suit. Continue to attack. You're not going to really have shot blockers. This man is wild for that shot. He is surprised himself.
And so it's a rock fight in terms of shooting the basketball, but the free throws a bit of an issue. And then the points in the paint, it comes from the Steph driving layups. That's a good thing. Keep doing that. And so for the Warriors, they're either going to feel really good that they somehow ground out an ugly game, or they're going to be real salty if San Antonio does enough in this third quarter.
Yeah, you're still here, obviously. You just continue to do the things that you know you can do well offensively. Getting to the rim, you just got to capitalize when you get there. And when you get to the free throw line, knock those down. Defensively, they've done a pretty solid job, though, for the most part.
Other than the one game in Dallas, they've played really good defense on this trip. And Steph off iron, but he was fouled shooting that 3. Now, if you're San Antonio, you're saying, hey, we held Curry to only 1 made 3, but he still got 16 points because of all the drives.
All-around score. Now he's knocking down, well, he's shooting a 3 ball after a step back. DeJounte Murray in recovery mode. You know you have to stay locked on Steph, and he has a way of getting separation. His footwork is so good. He's worked so many hours in the gym by himself, just perfecting that footwork off of step backs, off of side steps, and he can go to it whenever he needs to. Got himself to the free throw line there.
So the 6 missed free throws, Juan Toscano Anderson missed 2, Pascal missed 2, but Curry missed 2 in the first half. That's what's so odd. And so maybe if you're going to make your free throws, have Steph start with 3, and he knocks them all down.
Yeah, let him set the tone.
So DeJounte Murray, Jakob Poeltl playing with DeMar DeRozan, Keldon Johnson, and then Devin Vassell getting the start. DeRozan, the only Spur in double figures, and catch and shoot out of the corner. And right now, Devin Vassell in 2 games has had an impact in both of them.
Yeah.
That rookie, he was the 11th pick. Tyrese Halliburton went 12, so the Spurs must have known something. And Kelly Oubre, well defended, pulled the string short there. Murray had 27 last night. And Keldon Johnson with a step around. Oubre knocked it away. So Kelly Oubre with a steal. And here comes the Draymond Express pulling into the station to lay it up and in.
Yeah, no one stopped him. He had Poeltl on his side the whole time, but no one ever cut off his lane in the basket, and that's a good decision. If no one stops you, don't give up the ball.
I think I've heard stop ball a few times in a basketball gym.
That's one of the main things in transition. Stop the ball, protect the basket, find the three-point shooters.
See the length of Murray. How'd that pass get into Vassell? Steph never saw it.
It went through his legs.
Oh, Curry with a steal. And then we're going to have a jump ball.
Well, that's what happens when you're focused on your man and you don't see the ball. The ball comes to you, but he didn't give up on it. And he did a great job of staying home. He understood that they didn't need his help on the drive. Look, this is under control. He's on the baseline.
Through his legs.
Went right through his legs because Steph was focused on his man. Didn't see the ball, but let's see if he can win this jump ball.
But I think the replay, you brought it up. Don't leave that corner three-point shooter. Vassell's already made it. You know, now you would like to see the ball a little bit, but he was right where he should have been, attached to the shooter.
Yeah, that's something that the Warriors have struggled with at times, over-helping.
There's only 5 to shoot here. Steph jumped early. No reset of the shot clock, so DeRozan had to hoist one up, and Wiggins knew. Stayed with him the whole time. Knew he only had the 4 seconds to shoot after the jump. Keep playing the defense and execute better offensively. Curry 3.
It's so
perfectly
smart.
done.
Yeah, Juan Toscano set that last screen for Steph, and they knew Poeltl wasn't going to come out there because he wasn't anywhere close to Juan Toscano setting the screen. So when you're not being guarded, that's a perfect time to set a screen for Steph because he's going to have an opening coming off of that. And Steph set the screen first. That's tremendous execution. You like the way the Warriors have come out here. 5-point lead.
Down San Antonio with the Warrior lead at 5, and the way they've come out of the locker room, you said that going to break, and just I think the team knows they need this energy the first 5-6 minutes here. Put the last night behind you, put the first half behind you, try to win a game on the road.
It came out with a purpose.
Keldon Johnson, top of the backboard and over, and is out of bounds. The one calling card that Steve Kerr is going to be very happy with is, other than the pyrotechnics on Saturday in Dallas, you're working on 3 of 4 games on the road where the defense has been spot on.
Yeah. Now you're just trying to execute. I like Steph starting off the ball here.
Juan Toscano-Anderson, and you got a foul on the pass first.
And that's why they start Steph off the ball, because when he's off the ball and he gets a screen, that's when they make mistakes. That's when 2 defenders go with him, and then you get a layup for someone cutting off of that, the screener. See again.
See, now those are the turnovers he had last night, and that shouldn't happen. And Steph just tapped his chest. He knows.
Yeah, he was a little lackadaisical down, but it was the same exact thing. The 2 defenders went with him. He was trying to find Juan Toscano again cutting.
But after 20 turnovers, 5 right now is a great adjustment from last night. Draymond stayed down on DeRozan. Shot clock at 7. DeRozan likes that shorter corner, but Oubre was there. And Draymond, tough rebound. Wiggins got Pirtle. He big steps and floats it right over him.
That is tough. Sidestep.
He took that gallop and then just floated it in.
Yeah, Pirtle's going to have a tough time guarding him in transition.
DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray is just such an intriguing player as a point guard. He had the 1 year at Washington. This is year 4 for the Spurs. He's only 24 years old.
He's going to get better and better with his shooting, too. His jumper looks good.
Oubre with a 3.
Did he blow a kiss at
yes,
the
he did.
Spurs bench there? Hey, he does not disappoint with the celebrations, that's for sure. He's going to blow a kiss.
9 and 6, not a lot of shot attempts, and we got a foul on the collision at the top of the key.
And Draymond is working defensively, and he's smiling after he blew a kiss. Wow. That's what he's saying. Juan Toscano, unselfish. Could have went with the floater, but he saw the defense collapsed on him. He's trying to get his teammates an easy one. Oubre Jr. is locked in.
But with Juan out there and Draymond, you have a couple different decision makers that can get downhill and make a good pass. DeJounte Murray and Oubre high for that rebound.
And Juan Toscano blocked off Pirtle, who's the biggest threat on the boards.
Well, Curry has Pirtle. He'll go right around him and never bring it down and lay it in.
Oh, he quick shot at him. Damian Lee did the same thing to him earlier in the first half.
The man of 1,000 layups. That's been a nickname applied to Jim Barnett before.
You know,
he would love that.
You know how frustrating that is for bigs?
Catch and shoot out of the corner.
Just swipe at air.
Vassell couldn't make that, and so Wiggins dropping that out off iron. Now, you said, would I know how frustrating it is for bigs?
No, you don't. But
no, I could talk to a tall guy if you want me to.
yeah.
Where's Terrell Wright? Bring him in here.
Yeah, I thought maybe you asked someone.
I asked a big guy. Pirtle missing, and Curry with the rebound. First double-digit lead is the Warriors' largest of the night. Don't get careless. Keep executing offensively. Curry missing the 3, and DeRozan will push the other way. DeMar DeRozan trying to get to his sweet spot, but unable to finish. And here comes the Draymond Express one more time. Draymond laying it up and in.
That's what Draymond is at his best. Get it off the boards, turn the burners on, get all the way to the rim. No one's stopping the ball. It's lazy transition defense. Take advantage. Steph is working. Draymond is working. He's got Pirtle on him. He just quick shot people. Keldon Johnson got over there. Got nothing but air. Warriors up like 20.
Our Buick drive of the game is a highlight you are going to see everywhere tonight. Steph Curry, through the Spurs roster, draws the foul there, and then decides to make the basket without ever looking at the basket.
He is wild. Look at Lonnie Walker's reaction. Steph's reaction, the exact same thing. Like, what did I just do? Who does that? Crazy.
Steph just kind of did I impressed myself with that shot.
Of course. He was going to pass it, changed his mind midair.
So the Warriors have put on a nice burst here the first 5 minutes of the third to build their largest lead. Now the question is, after the Popovich timeout, what happens here? This is a nice 17-5 run. And you know this is a DeRozan-initiated play coming out of the break. And then it ends up being a turnover. Juan Toscano and Wiggins combining on the steal. Curry didn't want the initial trail three. Reload triple. Yes, sir.
Pirtle is getting worked. Steph saw him closing out. His eyes lit up. Shot fake, step back, easy.
Curry's got 27, had one made three in the first half, has two already in the quarter. Steph deflected. Shot clock down to 5. DeRozan, Draymond not buying it. Keldon Johnson for 3. Warrior defense is really connected right now.
They're putting bodies on people too. No offensive rebounds.
Oubre hiding behind Draymond. Shot clock at 11. Curry will use that Draymond screen. Crossover Pirtle. Get to the lane. Kelly Oubre catch and shoot 3 is right there.
They are attacking Pirtle. Steph got Pirtle on a switch, drove him, and then Pirtle had to close out to Oubre, and Oubre splashed his face off.
So Oubre, third Warrior in double-figure scoring, helping out Steph and Damian Lee. DeRozan still the only Spur in double figures, in San Antonio,
they're struggling.
They are throwing the ball away. They're having shots contested, and the Warriors are playing really well on both ends.
Look at this possession for Pirtle. He's like, oh, I got driven by Steph. Now I got to close out to the shooter. I got to do everything myself. Someone help me.
You can hear Jakob Pirtle all the way from here.
Yeah, look, he's going to the bench like, man, I'm too tired for this. I'm too big. I'm too tall for all this movement.
And so that's one way when you don't have any centers. Run their centers off the floor.
Yeah, now expect the Warriors to keep going to the basket. Definitely no rim protection out there.
So Rudy Gay is checked in. Patty Mills and Lonnie Walker. Greg Popovich subbing in guys looking for something. Oubre wants the post up. They couldn't get it to him. Now the shot clock at 5. This is a Curry bail us out here at 2. Steph with the 3. Oh, he beats the buzzer and drops in another triple, and 30 for 30.
He just lost his defender. A monster step back.
And you've got a blocking foul as Keldon Johnson put it in. And let's not let that go by the wayside. 12 straight games for Steph with 4 or more threes.
Got 30 already. Look at this step. Rudy Gay had no chance to contest. Just used his own body momentum against him. Stopping a dime. Rudy Gay's like, I don't even want to try. And then Keldon Johnson attacking Draymond Green to get to the free throw line on the other side. Steph is just devastating and so frustrating to guard.
Well, the numbers now for Steph are getting to be just incredible. I mean, 27 or more in now 7 straight games. That's the 3rd longest run of his career. The 12 straight games with 4 more threes. There's only been 3 longer runs in NBA history. That one misfiring. You know how hard it is to make 4 threes in a game and then do it 12 games in a row?
Yeah, I know. I tried it. It didn't work out for me.
Patty Mills, they run him off the line. Ball moving around nicely to Rudy Gay. His 3 is perfect. And so San Antonio, you know they will not go away.
That ball movement was on point.
And Rudy Gay, double figures off the bench now. Trying to help out DeRozan. Mulder, they're giving him the 3. Michael Mulder, he reloaded there. He was open initially. Lonnie Walker from deep. And Draymond with the rebound.
Hey, you want to do everything you can to maintain this lead.
And Steph, hesitation, and all the way to the rim again.
No one can stop this man. He's shaking his head. That's what I love to see. Talking crazy to him. It's demoralizing.
It's a special third quarter right now for the Warriors on both ends of the court. We were tied at 50 at halftime. Trey Lyles. He got into Mulder, able to finish.
They're going to keep attacking on that side. You may see the frustration start to seep in for the Spurs on this side.
But you're seeing the depth of San Antonio because Lyles and Rudy Gay double figures off the bench. Bazemore with the three. Keep finding open players and cash in the execution.
They have a nice rhythm. I love that even though Steph is going right now, no one's just sitting there watching him. Everybody's staying prepared, ready to shoot.
Patty Mills penetrating. Lonnie Walker got to the rim. Bazemore was there. Wow. Nice contest. Juan Toscano-Anderson looking for a seam. Bazemore had the defense on one end, the finish on the other.
It's the unselfishness. It's the culture. It's going to be reciprocated. Juan Toscano could have shot that one, could have laid that one up. He decided to shovel it to his boy. Steph is unguardable right now. Look at the handle, doing whatever he wants. He's a walking video game. They can't guard me.
Now, we were talking about Curry's threes, but Draymond Green has never had double-digit assists in 4 straight games. Now, it's the first time he's ever done in his career. The last Warrior to do it was Steph. And Keldon Johnson putting that up, and then Draymond 15, 15, 10 last night, 10 tonight. For a center,
yeah,
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and throwing to Steph helps, but you have to have someone that can find him, that has the vision.
Bazemore. Oh, Kent Bazemore changing the game in this quarter. I mean, Bazemore last night, along with Mulder and Wanamaker, couldn't hit those open threes. Tonight, a different story as KB's got 10.
I felt like a boxing one with Steph, and they were just loose on everybody else.
Keldon Johnson, Mulder played the D and didn't bail him out with a foul. Juan Toscano-Anderson working with Draymond. That's your power forward and your center, and Mulder missing the three, but the easy rebound. This was a tied game at halftime, and the Warriors have exploded in the third. Steph is doubled. Draymond the decision maker. Juan Toscano's going to shoot a three and just beat the shot clock buzzer.
I would have loved one more pass there. You had one defender guarding 2 on the weak side.
That one deflected. Then Curry with a steal.
Stop.
Warriors have numbers. And credit Trey Lyles. He saved a layup there. Good hustle back.
Yeah, the lead is just ballooned to 21. And Steph doing it on both sides. Active hands. It was Draymond actually that got that one, but then the behind the back pass. His mind is just so free. The creativity just works on all of this stuff. All the fun he has at pregame warm-ups, throwing behind the back passes, kicking the ball. Oh, it's fun to watch this dude, man.
Can you win a quarter by 21 points? On the road?
Yeah, they're trying to right
Third
now.
game in 4 nights, back end of a back-to-back. The energy provided by that guy. Well, you do not want that turnover in a game where the Warriors have done such a good job taking care of the ball out of the timeout and the backcourt violation.
Finish the quarter strong with this defensive possession. Well, you got a few more probably, but
Steph and Rudy Gay having a little commentary.
Stay locked in.
And there's Wiggins. He'll commit the foul, but the second effort to still contest that shot has been so consistent all season long.
He's really good at staying down on shot fakes. Stay down there in a quick jump to try to contest that one. He probably got him on the arm.
Defense becomes a habit. You just continue to contest shots and play good D. Warrior fans, with Xfinity Mobile, you can save hundreds on the most reliable network nationwide. Your wireless, your rules only with Xfinity Mobile.
There's Klay.
Klay Thompson on this trip, and I think that has been really good for him, really good for the team. And I know Clay is missing the game, but he's going to be back and better than ever. And just turned 31. It's just this team's going to be amazing next year when he returns.
Yeah, it's about staying positive. I think he is.
Wiggins short on that three. Rudy Gay on the drop off. The kick out to Patty Mills in the corner. And be careful here the last minute or so, because you get up 21 and you're laughing, you're having fun, and then you look at San Antonio at 16.
That's how they get back in the game.
In a building, the Warriors are 3-39 the last 42 games they've played. Steph Curry for three. So here's Lyles pushing it up. Not going to have to tell Rudy Gay he can go 2 for 1. And Patty Mills on the reload. And then Rudy Gay unable to capitalize. That's a big miss right there. It's a 5-second difference, and Draymond's going to bleed clock. Tied at 50 at halftime. Built a 21-point lead here in the third alone. And can you get one more bucket to cap it off? And then Curry held.
They got Rudy Gay on, Steph, and that's a tough cover for him. They had plenty of time to try to switch someone else onto him. But Rudy Gay is trying to stay locked in on him.
Now what it does, it takes the shot clock difference away. So now the Warriors can definitely play for the final shot.
Yeah.
You're up 16 at worst. Bazemore, his three is off iron, and he took it with 4 seconds left. That's not good. Lonnie Walker is going to have a chance, and it's an air ball. So for the Warriors, you're playing the Spurs for 12 more minutes, and then you're done. Can you put the bad taste of last night out of your mouth and come home 2-2? Better care of the ball tonight. Didn't shoot it well. Missed some layups, missed some free throws, but Coletta, they played through all of it.
They did a great job. That third quarter just changed the game. The ball movement, they've been playing together really well all season, and they are moving it, but Steph is just taking advantage of matchups. Pirtle can't guard him out there. Blow by him easy, lay it up, teardrop, and then show which hand you did it with.
So
now
they explode in the third, so take me to last night, the first 5 minutes of the fourth versus what do you want to see the first 5 minutes of the fourth tonight?
So what's what we've been talking about. Last night, beginning of the fourth, a lot of jumpers, a lot of contested jumpers, not a lot of easy layups. They didn't generate good offense there. Obviously, Steph is out of the game. Now you got a 16-point lead, whereas last night it was tight. They stopped it here. They're just
the clock is happening. Adjusting the clock. See,
yeah, get the clock right.
Yeah, get the shot clock and everything. But so is it attacking the basket? Is it cutting to the basket?
It's both. It's attacking, driving, and then making sure everybody else continues to move with the drives. You can get some cuts off of drives too, because that weak side, they'll fall asleep, maybe get some handoffs, go draw and kick, because they'll switch a lot probably. So you got to attack those switches, maybe slip some screens, get a little more creative. Damian Lee and Bazemore have been going. You need them to keep going. Bazemore's not in the game. Maybe Eric Pascal can get in on the act.
They go right to Rudy Gay to begin the fourth. So Rudy Gay, Patty Mills, DeJounte Murray, Trey Lyles, and Drew Eubanks.
Yeah, best believe the Spurs are looking at this time like, okay, this is when we cut into the lead. We get back in the game right here. That's their mentality.
They've already cut 7 off the 21-point advantage.
And they had some momentum going in this quarter, too.
Pascal driving. Pascal at the rim. Tough finish.
Maybe he can get in on the act if he attacks like that. Looks mad, too. Look at him.
So Pascal and Wanamaker, Wiggins, Oubre, and Damian Lee.
He was running back with a scowl on his face.
Well, just a collision there. Now, the Eubanks and Pascal ran into each other. Neither one of them had the ball. And Pascal's going to get tagged with a foul.
Eric Pascal ran all the way across to try to help. He went to the strong side block, and Eubanks was trying to cut to the basket. I don't know how you call that on Eric Pascal. They're both going for the ball. It's almost like a loose ball, 50-50 ball.
And you just read his lips. Come on, Tony. Talking to the veteran official, Tony Brothers, who's one of our favorites.
He's got some rough calls tonight.
Patty Mills off back iron. And the turnover. Wanamaker and Damian Lee unable to connect. And then Patty Mills unable to make the Warriors pay.
Come on now.
And then Wanamaker's trapped in the corner. He lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, especially as a point guard, you got to make sure you're setting the tone when it comes to taking care of the ball. And that is the last thing you need right now. You've been great taking care of the ball all game. And just either the ball bounced on the line or he stepped on the line there late.
And every Warrior fan says, what about the ball out of bounds in Dallas?
Exactly.
That was correctly called there. Trey Lyles, that's a tough finish.
They are in attack mode right now.
14-point game. Can this second unit kind of hold the fort for a little while? Or can you ride Wiggins or Oubre?
Got to be decisive. Know where you're going offensively. They're trying to get Wiggins in the post right now.
Kelly Oubre wing jumper off back iron. And those are the ones where not a lot of player movement, not a lot of ball movement.
That's what I'm talking about. You get stagnant. It's just a contested jumper.
Right down the lane, Keldon Johnson, and Steve Kerr kind of sensing it himself is going to stop things. So for San Antonio, they are not done. The skyline of San Antonio with the Warrior lead at 12, but it was 21. And so you look at these next couple minutes until Draymond and Steph come back in. Not jumpers early in the shot clock and better defense defending the rim.
We're seeing the same thing with the shot selection. They're not moving enough. You saw they tried to get the ball to Andrew Wiggins there, and everybody kind of got stagnant. After the first option doesn't work, you can't give up. You need to move more with Steph out of the game. Just keep going. Molly talked about it before the game. Chris Mullen said multiple efforts on offense. Everybody talks about multiple efforts on defense. You got to keep moving, keep cutting, driving, trying to slip screens. All the cutting, it needs to happen more without Steph.
They've had the good mindset in that the Warriors have a 36-24 advantage on points in the paint. So it's Wiggins now attacking inside, and Wiggins will put it up and in. Now the whistle blew and everyone looked. Would it be a free arm on Wiggins? No, it's a defensive foul.
Oh, he got Keldon Johnson. You saw Keldon Johnson opened up. He just had the angle going to his right. That's almost too easy for Andrew Wiggins, and he didn't shy away from contact, jumped straight into his body, and won.
Well, this just,
they're going to challenge.
It's a challenge here.
They're saying Keldon Johnson went straight up. He's fighting for 1 point.
So the challenge on this call is the Wiggins bucket good? Is it an offensive foul, or is it a three-point play opportunity?
Yeah, the bucket's going to be good.
Our Ram player of the game, and Mr. Curry. Just a random 32-point game in 30 minutes.
No surprise.
12 straight games with 4 more threes.
Handle.
Another game with 27 or more points.
Got all the moves, all the shots, the repertoire on display in its entirety. Q likes it. Great job, Steph. Wait, just be patient. You'll get back in there.
I think Bruce is just saying, it's all the warm-up passes I've thrown you over the years.
He's the secret formula.
The challenge was unsuccessful, and so the three-point play opportunity. There was a foul on Keldon Johnson, and Andrew Wiggins is perfect from the line tonight.
That's big, actually, three-point play.
Well, so Wiggins now, there's 5 Warriors in double figures, which is really good, because Andrew's got 11. That one off of Keldon Johnson. Warriors come up with a steal. Wanamaker now pushing it. Wanamaker all the way to the rim, and there is Pascal to clean it up.
Yeah, do not give up. Oh, raise the roof. I saw it.
The points in the paint. The mindset started with Steph and all those driving layups. And don't leave Rudy Gay. The veterans now with Rudy Gay and Patty Mills are the danger zone for San Antonio.
That's the overhelp. That was not a threatening drive. He wasn't going to be able to lay that one up.
And then Rudy Gay near steal. Wiggins staying with it. No reset of the shot clock. They're not ruling a change of possession. Wanamaker, the open three. That has got to feel like the weight of the world came off of Brad Wanamaker's shoulders.
What a relief.
1 for 5 last night. His first made field goal tonight. Patty Mills. That was a little Curry flip.
Yeah, the gamble. You know, these possessions are huge. Right? You got a big lead here, a solid lead. You know, you don't want to help them out at all.
Mills and Rudy Gay. Just 2 great vets off the bench. Wiggins step back. And halfway down and out.
You want to be solid on the defensive end. No gambling. Know where your man is on the weak side. If you can, stay home on those drives.
That's the way to defend on DeJounte Murray. Not only did Oubre play the defense, he turned around and snatched the rebound.
Yeah, the on-ball defense has actually been really good. That's why you don't need to overhelp.
Damian Lee, off back iron. Oh, and that's a freebie. In and out of the hands of Mills, who wasn't ready for it. And then DeJounte Murray committing the foul.
Hey, Wanamaker hitting that three. That was a shot created, has to be taken. And Andrew Wiggins, beautiful drive, got the defense to focus on him, kicks it to Damian Lee. Look how excited Damian Lee is for his teammate. One extra pass there. Well, that's a good touch pass.
What I love is that Damian Lee has been hot tonight, right?
Yeah, he did shoot.
But the right basketball play was the open guy. And you said it. You can hear Don Nelson say it. A shot created must be taken. And Brad knocked it down. Good block by Pirtle, but Oubre stayed with it. Wiggins, multiple drives to the Pascal jumper. Perfect as he hits the three.
That was in rhythm. You said the multiple drives. That's what you need. Keep going. Don't give up after the first one.
I thought there was going to be a whistle, and it is basket interference. So wave that off as the ball was in the cylinder.
Well, this is the perfect angle for it. It is still in the cylinder.
It's a dangerous spot being the cameraman on top of the backboard like that.
Yeah.
Usually it's a small guy.
That's good. That's good balance to stay up there.
It definitely is. The second unit pushing the lead back up to 18. Oubre missing that three. Kelly 2 of 4 from distance tonight. I'll tell you, Keldon Johnson keeps attacking. Warriors did not foul. Pascal will handle the other way.
Again, on-ball defense.
Wiggins will launch a three himself, and Andrew Wiggins right through.
They're in rhythm now, so the long ones are falling.
Well, think about this. Wiggins, double figures, Oubre, Steph, Damian Lee, along with Bazemore as Pirtle scores on the other end. It can't always be Curry against the world. That's when he had 57 and he lose. It's because not enough other guys came along for the ride. Kelly Oubre curling out that three. DeJounte Murray putting it up and out, and Oubre is just rebounding everything right now.
Yeah, remember, if you're Oubre out there, you can always rip that one through, especially if they're closing all the way out. So use that athleticism. Don't let up now.
You know, the biggest statement these reserves could make is for Steph and Draymond not to have to come back in the game.
Exactly.
And Oubre just couldn't cash that one in. I mean, Steph's at the scorer's table, but if they had made 1 or 2 more buckets, third game in 4 nights, back end of a back-to-back.
Well, they've done a good job. They've extended the lead.
DeJounte Murray missing. And I'm going to be dead wrong on something I said last night, is I thought there was no way San Antonio would shoot under 40% 2 nights in a row.
You're underestimating the Warriors defense.
The Warrior D is better than last night. They're holding the Spurs to 38% shooting. And they are 5.5 away from coming home 2-2. It's Black History Month, and the Warriors shop is celebrating with a custom T-shirt. A portion of the proceeds go to the Warrior Community Foundation annual grant program, proudly partnering with several local organizations that serve, support, and uplift the Black community in the Bay Area. All at Warriors.com. And this is analogous to Black History Month, but also where the Warriors are in the community. I want to commend you one more time, partner. The Santa Cruz Warriors in the Athletes Corner have got in for Swishes for Dishes.
Yes,
tell people about that.
Yeah, we had to expand it. The Athletes Corner, Kaiser Permanente, and the Warriors. Hey, they're going to do the same thing. I think it's 30 meals for every point, right? Santa Cruz Warriors. And we're just trying to feed more families, man. This food insecurity issue is a big deal, and a lot of families are struggling, and we want families to eat. Just trying to help.
100 meals for all the Warrior points,
Yes.
30 meals for every Santa Cruz point.
Yes.
And Kaiser and Kalena getting it done with the athlete's corner and Kaiser Permanente.
Yes, sir.
Incredibly well done. That layup rattling out. Steph and Draymond are back in the game, and Draymond fouling Devin Vassell.
The Spurs are not going to stop. That's for sure. They're going to keep playing hard, or they're going to hear about it from Popovich. So the Warriors beware.
Now, I think the interesting thing here, and this is good hustle by Draymond to prevent the layup, is if the reserves told Steph and Draymond, you know, hey, hold the lead, okay? Like we gave you the lead.
You guys got to maintain.
You know, you're up 19. Let's not screw around the next 5 minutes. Let's get this win. And Bonte Mully and Darrell Wright.
My, how the tables have turned.
Yeah, that's the. But we talked about it on the first game of this trip. The Warriors were in a stretch where they were going to play 11 of 16 on the road, and they were going to do it without Wiseman, Looney, Marquise Chris. And how would they handle that? 2-2 is okay.
It is.
You wiped out 4 road games against 2 really good teams.
2 playoff caliber teams, even though Dallas isn't in there right now.
Oh, that's a nice feed. Juan Toscano Anderson from Curry.
Yeah, still using that attention that Steph gets. 2 defenders go with him. And he passes it so quick. He gets off of it so quick, right on time. Steph does.
Orlando coming to Chase Center on Thursday, and Brooklyn on Saturday. Pirtle short there. Draymond another rebound.
Yeah, Draymond was helping off of Pirtle. Pirtle tried to make him pay. Didn't work out.
This is a mental toughness response from the Warriors. As Juan Toscano Anderson, he just able to hammer that.
It's like a broken record with Steph.
You know what Clay is telling Khalid right there? We never win in San Antonio. This is great.
Well, that was the same thing. Steph, 2 defenders went with him again. He's moving without the ball. Came off a down screen. Juan Toscano, beneficiary.
DeRozan hitting that. I mean, let's never get to the point where when you're 3 and 39 in a building that you don't celebrate getting a win down there.
Oh, right.
They'd have to beat San Antonio 50 more times before I'd be comfortable and down when they're playing the Spurs, and Juan dragged that pivot foot call for the travel.
Toscano is getting all the Steph screens. If I was Steph's teammate, this is what I'm talking about with Steph. He came up off of that. You couldn't see that in the camera. Just trust me. It was because of Steph. If I was, there he is. See? And DeJounte Murray took a step towards Steph. He switched late. Pirtle stayed. But if I was Steph's teammates, I would be fighting to set the screen for Steph. I'd be fighting no, let me do it. Let me get an exchange with him. Let me cross past with Steph so I can get an easy bucket, please.
Well, Draymond answered the bell with no centers. Draymond Green's passing and his defense, his rebounding. Wiggins able to save that. Draymond talked about his conditioning coming along after he was out with the health and safety protocols. They've asked a lot of him on this road trip. Andrew Wiggins 3.
Yo, did you see that pass?
The one-hand cross-court. Good. Vassell thought about that, but Oubre's still hustling.
I'm done.
Out of bounds on the sideline. But the turnover tables have switched, because the Warriors 9 turnovers, San Antonio 13.
13 is like a ton for them. That's like they're throwing the ball all over the place as far as Popovich is confirmed.
Mr. Curry may be done for the night with the 20-point lead. Coming schedule, we talked about Orlando, Brooklyn, Cleveland, Miami. So nice little 4-game homestand, then another long road trip again as you kind of head to this midway break. And for the Warriors, you get through, Orlando, Cleveland, Miami are teams that you think you'd have an opportunity. Brooklyn lost to Detroit tonight.
Anybody can beat anybody.
But they are getting Mr. Durant back for Saturday, apparently.
Yes.
That's going to be the first look at Harden.
I can't wait.
And Kyrie and KD.
It's must-see TV with Steph going at him, too.
And that's the...
and then don't sleep on Cleveland either. Colin Sexton.
No, that's the...
Young Bull.
When you've got Garland and Sexton in that backcourt, and the way Cleveland's playing.
Yeah, a little collision over there. Juan Toscano Anderson.
Quindary Weatherspoon has checked in, along with Keita Bates-Diop. And then when blocked out of bounds, it'll still be San Antonio ball.
Bazemore saying nothing easy. I don't care what the score is.
For San Antonio to lose this home game, they go on the road now for 7 straight road games on their annual rodeo tour.
The schedule's relentless for them.
Lonnie Walker misfiring. I can't get over it, and with Brooklyn we can talk about it. After Brooklyn and Milwaukee to start the season, if you tell me the Warriors are 3rd in the league in field goal percentage defense, and they may move up tonight, holding San Antonio to 37%, it defies description.
It's crazy to think about, but then you look at the athletes they have and the length they have, and you're going, okay. And then you throw Draymond back in the fray.
I think that was the difference.
But him setting the tone.
But you had Steve Kerr say, our goal as a franchise is to be a top 10 defensive team. And you had people scoffing after the first couple blowouts like, yeah, okay, right.
Yeah.
Well, the Warriors are in the top 10, and in the field goal percentage defense, they're top 3.
Yeah, you got to back up and look at the big picture. People scoffing were too nearsighted.
Trey Lyles going to drop it to Eubanks. And foul on the pass. I do think, while small ball is fun, getting Mr. Wiseman and Mr. Looney back is going to help.
I know Wiseman's itching to get back out there, and they're itching to have him. Just having him at that short corner on offense, that lob threat. Like when they help and come off of him, make him pay in a big way.
Eubanks throwing it up and in, but I think when you have Draymond and then Wiseman, then Oubre, then Wiggins, I mean, you're talking about 4 defenders, and Steph has been scrappy playing defense this season.
Yeah.
I mean, he's given an effort level as Bazemore rattling out that 3. We do have that Magic game on Thursday.
I'm thinking about Wiseman defensively, too. Think about how great the on-ball defense has been. Oh, my goodness.
Eubanks was going to try to send that home, and then Damian Lee with the block shot.
Eubanks wasn't close enough. He tried the whole team.
Pascal's hit 1 3 and making another one.
I like to see Pascal get going. That's good signs for the Warriors.
So Eric Pascal, remember, he missed the first couple games of the trip.
Yeah.
He becomes the 7th player in double figures tonight.
Get back to being that spark off the bench is his mentality. And going at those smaller bigs. Or bigger bigs, I mean. Yeah, ice him up. Ice him up.
Steph getting the ice done. Draymond Green is going to join Monte Mully and Darrell Wright
on that
Warrior postgame live.
Should get on that hyper ice. It's easier.
Now you're giving rehab advice?
Oh, that's that next level technology.
I thought they just had to just cool off Steph because he's thermonuclear after every game anyway.
Well, that too. They would have cool off his hands.
Trey Lyles. Oh! Nice little step and slam.
Spike me. Eric Pascal got the worst of that one.
Trey Lyles is telling Popovich, you've buried me on the bench. I'm back. He's got 15 in his 25 minutes.
Oh, he's going to be getting some playing time.
Oh, Pascal. Oh, another 3 for Eric Pascal.
That's how you feel?
So Eric Pascal is hit 3 threes. So all in all, it is going to be a good trip home from San Antonio. And when you only win 4 times in 43 attempts in a building.
Get out of there.
I mean, that is...
So they're going to sprint out of this gym.
This will be the 3rd and final meeting against the Spurs for the year.
Look at Trey Lyles.
Man, that was nice.
Michael Mulder got over there. He looks bouncy tonight.
So for the Warriors, they will come home. No practice tomorrow after playing the back-to-back. Pascal is finding his rhythm here. Eric Pascal, 6 of 7.
I know Steve Kerr loves watching this. Eric Pascal go to work.
And drop it into Eubanks, and he will be fouled. Where do you see San Antonio in the West? We've seen him now 3 times already.
Thinking playing game, maybe. They could be 6, maybe. But they're still kind of middle of the pack to me.
Yeah,
I just feel like
I want to be fair to them because we're talking about Wiseman and stuff not playing. They're playing without LaMarcus Aldridge.
LaMarcus Aldridge is getting a little closer to being washed up. He's kind of on the other side of his prime right now, but he can still be effective.
Get involved with the GSW Academy, the free shoot 360 workout, and socially distance and all the safety protocols, but get the kids out there.
You always got to give respect is due with Popovich. And just it's tough to say they're going to be out of the playoffs.
Right.
They always make it in, seems like, if they haven't even.
Damian Lee misfiring there, and that should do it. So a game that was tied at 50 at halftime, and it's the Warriors with that 36-point third. They built a 21-point lead, and the second unit maintained and did it the first 6 minutes of the fourth. Steph goes for 32, but more importantly, 7 guys in double figures. And the Warriors come home 2-2 on the road trip. They still have not lost 3 games in a row all year long, and they'd love to keep that streak, minimizing any kind of slide. The tough loss last night turns into a nice win tonight. Bonte, Mully, and D. Wright right now.